Globally, the insane future of modern warfare is at a different level compared to the previous age. The new age of warfare presently involves a digital revolution in every military force around the globe. Technology is transforming conflict rapidly through artificial intelligence, with or without the involvement of man. Speaking of the future of modern warfare and how technology is transforming conflict, we are connected and concerned with a global cyber war that is on the verge of infinity and most likely is not going to conclude. Digital technology has developed and evolved so much in human life that the military is working in a very efficient, quick, and intelligent manner, which is very likely to put the future in great danger. The war of the previous ages will be nothing like this. At this rate, society and the public cannot maintain the pace at which dangerous and life-threatening technologies are developing. In a nutshell, the content of this video is about the risk of cyber nuclear war, the nightmares of the weapons revolution, and lots of more interesting facts. How bad will the future be if we consider the risk of cyber nuclear warfare in modern warfare? Considering the new era of cyber warfare and dangerous weapons invented and showcased all over the world, these technologies pose a great threat to humans and society at large, which, if not intended to, may destabilize and cause opposition between strong nations and allied nations. Any malicious or malevolent attack on the thermonuclear warhead, nuclear system, or delivery system, such as primitive warning, could easily result in the inability to reverse the consequences. As a result, the global order has a proclivity to devolve into lawlessness and evolve to the point where it seeks power. This is the key and of great importance, as strong and dangerous actors are inclined to affect face-to-face the good ones. Nuclear disincentives are not quite enough for intimidation anymore, especially with stronger and more capable nations like China and Russia. It is now butt on with cyber disincentives. The nuclear weapon systems are quite vulnerable and susceptible to attack. Venomous viruses can hide in the nuclear weapon systems, thus causing the control system to malfunction or incapacitate. Control, command, computers, intelligence, surveillance, communication, and reconnaissance are quite vulnerable and easily affected by cyber disincentives. Cyber threats to nuclear weapons can occur accidentally by nature due to human error and failure to act with prudence, which also may involve technical issues such as susceptibility to viruses and system failure. Another means through which a threat can occur is a calculated and deliberate infiltration of a cyber attack through manipulation of data and digital jamming by decoding the algorithms and cyber charade. With the availability of these threats and challenges, the quality of being dependable on communication is posed as a threat. This can render a state or nation helpless and weak with uncertain decision-making towards the opposition in modern warfare. According to a report by the Nuclear Threat Initiative in 2018, the cyber threats to nuclear weapon systems maximize the risk of use as a result of false alarms, or rather, misestimations. This may cause a risk of unofficial use of nuclear weapons. Can cyber attacks be stopped? Well, the answer is, it cannot be stopped completely. However, it is a gradual process, and one is expected to be carefully observant or attentive on the lookout for possible or incoming danger. A threat may egress or possibly come forth each time a new digital component arrives in a nuclear weapon. Along with the United States, Russia obtained global coverage through the Global Navigation Satellite System, whereas China is aspiring to its positioning capabilities in order to be equipped and self-sufficient for GPS services. As a result of this, states or nations with individual GPS systems are capable and efficient enough to protect nuclear weapons from being detected. The nightmare of cybersecurity is intensifying and growing extremely fast. Cyber attacks can result in a nuclear cyber attack by converting the cyber weapons to automatically be weapons of mass destruction for a state or a nation, which I guess you know what that means. This is insane, right? Another major question is whether lethal autonomous weapons can affect the future of modern warfare. Well, firstly, lethal autonomous weapons are weapons used to carry out a full aiming cycle in a military operation with the exemption of human interference or effort. These lethal autonomous weapons are well armed and prepared with sensors, and in most cases without human interference. They act and take decisions quickly based on artificial intelligence embedded in them. For example, we all know of Israel's Harpy system, the kamikaze drone, which is programmed to prowl about in the air until it senses or traces any radar emitting. It aims immediately to intercept the radar with a direct forceful impact, without the directive or authority of man. The air defense system is built purposely to detect, track, and shoot down incoming missiles or rockets aimed at the state by other opponents. What do you expect to see in a future where such lethal autonomous weapons are used globally? It's so deep into society, the military, and the political system that man has no other choice than to live in a society where the computer takes in a mass amount of data, processes it, and acts based on it without man in under seconds. Speaking of which, cyberspace is a dimension that is devoid of all obstacles, allowing for cyber war between two or more oppositions or states with no civilian casualties. Systems tend to function with artificial intelligence. It is programmed to the assertion or discover a lot through the diverse machine learning processes, resulting in an indeterminable wrong action or bad judgment. However, if these AI functions make decisions specifically on what they are programmed to learn from human-made data, it becomes a common problem across all AI systems. Interestingly, lethal autonomous weapons provide a modern way of engaging in military activity or operations. The use of these systems by non-governmental or authorized individuals within a state or in other countries is of great concern. It makes it easier for criminals or offenders to commit crimes and other threats within the state and beyond the state without being traced or detected. The number of such actions attempted by these individuals or offenders is increasing daily, which makes it a bigger challenge or difficult situation. Ethicists have presented reasons and arguments that machines are impotent or incapable of understanding the value of human life and the importance of its loss, which would be a breach of the principles of man to kill human beings. Currently speaking, there have been discussions previously and ongoing on the regulation of lethal autonomous weapons, including national rules on keeping humans and assurance of significant human control. However, the regulation and enforcement of control on lethal autonomous weapons will be determined slowly by how the public reacts or responds to them, particularly in states that place limits or moderation on their decision-making. Sense of interest and curiosity for lethal autonomous weapons in Europe is increasing fast. There are different perspectives, from pleading and suggesting bans on state formation or fabrication of highly autonomous demonstrator systems. The European Union is yet to have a mutual or common decision, if necessary, or idea on how to fix or adjust the lethal autonomous weapon, which at this rate is terrifying and dangerous to humans all over the globe. At this rate, there would be countries that have to come into an agreement and conclusion to end the lethal autonomous weapon systems, like Austria. However, there are still several nations that are in disagreement and strongly opposed to such decisions due to excessive passion and desire for power over major countries such as the United States, Russia, and China, as well as supremacy over other minor countries such as the African nation, Iran, Egypt, and many others. With this at stake, there is bound to be future modern warfare, which we think may never end. According to Karl von Clausewitz, his observations of how warfare is now at high growth and rapidly increasing in the dark areas compared to the open areas, all for war or peace. As a result of this, it's now obvious how technology plays a minute but delicate role in the tectonic advancement or modification taking place in geopolitics currently. Aggressive and unfriendly nations now make use of technology as an operation to harm or threaten other countries and expand their geographical area or region. The speed up and fast rising of operations can lead to an unwanted chain response or reaction, which is known in the world of automated finance as flash crash. However, a flash crash is a rapid price decrease in market or stock price due to a retraction of an order followed by a fast improvement or betterment, and this occurs usually on the same day. With the knowledge of this, flash crashes occur when one of the automated systems acts against or in opposition to another, and many more. With the presence of lethal autonomous weapons, flash crashes tend to result in flash wars. New ways of conducting military operations are in the scope and range. A new arms race is very likely. With the general state of things and combination of circumstances that the world is currently struggling to overcome, do you think there is still hope of peace amongst the most powerful and minor countries with the rising technology system? Make sure to share your thoughts and contributions in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.